Good morning, evening, afternoon. This is Gamer Tia. We're back with some Farm Simulator 22. No Man's Land again. We started yesterday with a $1.5 million monies and a $200,000 loan. We're playing on the OutHouse Community server. And yeah. So I was lucky enough to actually draw a slot for this. Oh god, it's so loud. It's so loud. Okay. Yeah, so let's take a look around. I drew number 4. So I'm the horse, I guess. I'm pretty sure I have the mostest things on the map right now as far as construction buildings. Production buildings, but I kind of knew how I wanted to have my layout, so I did it. Hi, Quimby. Good morning. Brian Damage came on and helped me yesterday. He cleared a bunch of trees back here, and we just have a little bit of trees left on the farm. But yeah, he cleared a lot of them. We put them all over here on the sawmill. I was able to organize everything. We got lucky because there was enough flat spot on our initial starting spot to actually do this, which is pretty amazing. Poor Deuce is over there in the hills, and Deformed has this forest plot up here. He's been busy, as you can see. And then we got J-Rock down here in 52. He's already outlined his place, so he's getting started. Here's Bud over here. And it looks like he's going, yeah, he's getting some stuff done for sure. Oh, he's going for the biogas plant. Very nice, very nice. And then we got, let's see, click it. Why are you so mean to me? Oh man, we can't, oh, okay, so that's, I can't, there are people here and here. I have a list of them somewhere. Hold on. Notepad. Alright. So here in number 12 we have Super Deformed. In number 15 we have Terenzi, MT Beast. And in 19 we have Deuce over here on this nice hilly place. Bud here. It's like J-Rock here, and this is the normal spot, the sell point. So it's the what's that called? The bank, basically. So here's all of our spots. Oh, we forgot 40. I'm so sorry. Cobra's over here, but he was working, so he hadn't got to do anything yet. So yeah, we got a little bit of a start on. As you can see, I've already made some fields. I know, right? Me making fields? Craziness. The top one up there we're going to use for grass because there's no way we're putting crops on a sideways field. Hard pass. But we did get a little bit of flatness down here, and we are going to go ahead and plant a regular crop down here. One of the things about No Man's Land, I was not going to do this until I saw one of the mods that they put on. Let's see here. All production pallet packs. So you can buy bread, butter, also you can buy all this stuff. What you didn't know, I guess, is some of that stuff can actually be bought in the farm shop already. So we are not doing sugar beets or sugar cane or anything else, but we do have a sugar mill running and operational, although it's empty right now because we only had so much monies. I left at 4,000 monies last night when I went to bed. We have 62 this morning. That's our production already, is kick it in. We have a mill. We have quite a few things up and running, but most of it is off of materials from the shop, which is why we actually had to pretty much zero out. But day one, we already had a cake made. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying we had a cake made day one because No Man's Land actually does sell some of the stuff at the actual shop. This little crazy thing. Okay, so this one holds like 2200. This one holds 82,000. That one holds 22,000. I'm just saying. Plus it's super cute and I can ride around in this all day. Morning, L. Yeah, we got our Omatana silo in over here. My beauty. It's multi-fruit, so we can put whatever we need to in it. It holds 5 million. So that'll keep a lot of clutter out of our stuff. And there's Omatana's fermenting silo, so no bunker for us. The bunker always breaks. They say it's fixed now, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it. So yeah, we have the fermenting silo right here. And then the mill. Hi, mill. And then the dairy, which I think is cool because I stare in the window all the time at this. I just pretend it's making ice cream. But yeah. So this is this, and then dairy, and then sugar mill. And then we have our timber time. Our carpentry shop, Geppetto's carpentry shop. And then we have a Damage Inc. sawmill, because Brian did all the, like I said, all that was trees last night, and Brian took care of all that. Let's see, it is forwarding over here, isn't it? Yeah, 18,000 planks. Good deal. Alright, let's check the production real quick. Alright, we're out of milk. That's okay, we're gonna turn that off. Deactivate. We're out of this. Deactivate. Out of this. Deactivate. We're out of grass already. Man. We have enough stuff to keep doing this. We do need to get some more eggs in there, though. We have 2 bakeries, by the way, because most production buildings... Oh, it dropped me first. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. 22% dropped. Why are you being mean today, Internet? I just want to hang out with my peoples. Yeah, so we have a little bit of money. Yeah, this is really nice. He took care of most of this stuff. So we'll go ahead and mow this over here and get stuff in. My brain gets confused when I try to use this little hook thingy. You can actually hop up here and do a thing. But my brain gets confused on the picking up and stuff like that. But yeah, we just have a few more trees to go. I wouldn't even mind if they stayed there, that's fine. But I do need to get the rest of this grass up and into the silage. I keep hitting tab. For shame. Alright, yeah, this has wood, it's making planks, it's distributing. That's what we wanted. This one's full of planks already, so good job. And it's making furniture and selling it directly. Yeah, we're not doing pallet relays this turn. Everything's going directly to sell. This was kind of a whoops, actually, before I realized that it was kicking out cake, so we'll probably just go to sell the cake real quick. Real quick's a term that I say, but I don't actually mean, because we don't have a pallet to put it on. Hi, Dan! Pretty okay. Frame rates are dropping like crazy this morning, so I'm kind of a sad panda about that, but... And I more than likely probably need to take migraine headaches, medicine before it kicks in too hard. But other than that, I am actually pretty good today. We got a lot done. This was all done yesterday, by the way. But yeah, this is my little farm. Look how flat that is. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful and flat. This was my second choice, by the way. We rolled for numbers, and I didn't even know if I was going to be able to get in, because it was RNG. And yeah, I got picked first in the little Wheel of Doom, which was awesome. And then, yeah, so this was the first land to get picked in the Wheel of Doom, so this one was mine. Oh yeah, Tia, you have auto hook on this one. FSN has messed up my brain as far as always wanting to get out to hook stuff up. It's automatic habit now to just jump out instead of hit the Q button. Alright. Got my mowing stuff. So, we always pick the Massey Ferguson 8S with the highest engine because it runs all the equipment you need for like the first 2 years you have a farm at the cheapest monies for horsepower. Which is why, even though Massey's not like our go-to brand, it is our first pick on vehicles always. Because I did a whole spreadsheet analysis figuring out for horsepower on what we needed to run grassland stuff, what exactly we would need, and it was this machine. Yes, super detailed. I had a whole business plan spreadsheet in. I'm just saying. We did start a little early. I forgot that, mostly because I wanted to get started and I want to play. This is an open community server. It's the OutHouse Community server, so you have to be on Deuce's Discord to get all the information and stuff. But if you decide to and have FS22 and want to come help out, we would appreciate it. We're really small. It feels really small right now because we only have one plot, but they're gonna do auctions and stuff later. You want to join ag economics? I might know some people, right? I'm just saying. I did a complete analysis on this, and yeah, this is the best bang for your buck as far as tractors go for the first 2 years. But yeah, so we're here. We are gonna bid on 33, 34, 35, 45, and I'll talk to J-Rock down here and see if he's cool with me taking 44. So these right here would be more than enough because we did it last time and we had these and I think these, but I think we just had these. I think we just had these 3 last time. So if we were able to get these 3 and this one at minimum, this would be ideal. And then this one right here would be just topping on the cake. So this is all we need. I'm not trying to like take over the whole map. I don't care about all that stuff. But this one's super hills back here. I don't care about this one. But these will be good enough for us to get some stuff in and be able to run all these without having to go to here to get stuff. But yeah, that is that. Alright, T, you can turn your lights off. There we go. Yep, Control X to unfold it, Control V to lower everything, and Control B to start everything. The only thing I like more than this, because there are bigger ones than these pottagers, but they do have the little mechanic where it can windrow, so it smushes everything in the middle in a single line, which is beautiful. But the width that they are, the price that they are, and I don't know, it's super efficient compared to the other ones. The other one, there's 2 more that's bigger than this, and they're clunky. And I don't like them. They're awkward to move around. See, I can move like this. If I try to back up with the other one, the trailer would jackknife. Which is why the Pottingers are better. Straight up better. Yeah, but the only thing I like better than this is the big guy. But we are nowhere near being able to afford that beast. Where'd you go, buddy? Come here. Don't be shy. This guy. Look at this beauty. It's got fold downs and the one in the front. Oh, so gorgeous. I like you a lot. I did try to figure out the forage harvester one because this is a cool thing here. And it's supposed to be able to mow grass and have a trailer in the back. So this is the modded one they added. And then this will shoot the grass out into the trailer in the back. So it's one pass instead of what we're doing. But it's a little bit expensive. And I rented it to see if it would work out good, and it didn't. Hi, Celtic. Are you feeling any better? But yeah, this works perfect for everything. It has the more than appropriate horsepower for the stuff we're running. Even though the smaller machines will run stuff, I do try to use the proper horsepower for stuff. I'll make everything's above bar. There is a radio in this game. Oh man, Tia. Yeah, as you notice, we don't have GPS because we're playing cross-platform, so people with PlayStations and Xboxes and whatever else this game is on can come join us. Yeah. So, no GPS. It does! Let's go ahead. Let's see here. It's gonna get me in trouble, I bet you. Hold on. Let me do this. Can you guys hear it? It's the Tropico station. And then 5. Oh, 5's off. 6. Here's my station. There's your country. They even have classical. I can only do like 8 seconds of this, so we don't get in trouble. Oh no, I'm hitting number 5. Taylor Swift, okay? There you go. Alright, and then let me turn that off again. Alright, no more. No more. I would love to sit there and listen to the radio while we're doing this, but we can't. I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, they have a nice eclectic taste of different musics for everybody, which is nice. I guess I played so much Tropico that when I'm listening, I sometimes turn the tropical music on just because. Because it reminds me of when I was playing Tropico all the time. This is the Bavarian Farm Pack for the chickens. It holds as much as the big barn does. It does the water as well. And it only costs $4,000 instead of like $78,000. So we got away with $4,000 chicken coops with a nice output. And I actually needed. Oh, geez, look at all those eggs. Morning, Brian. I actually slept until my alarm clock went off this morning. That was the first time in a long time. I've been having good sleeps lately. I'm definitely not complaining. So this grass is going to go into the Omatana's silo. Fermenting silo. Alright, there we go. That's good enough. Control B, Control X. Oops, sorry, front end has to be lifted first or it doesn't like it. There we go. Yep. Brian there's the one that took all the trees down for us last night. So we can get the other fields in. Now, I gotta look and see what our field looks like as far as rocks and stuff it needs. I know it's gonna need limed already, because it always needs limed. Yes, it's plowed. Alright, so we're lucky. We only have... I don't even know what's going on. Oh, because the trees. Okay. I was like, why does that say needs plowed? So we need lime, and we can use a roller on everything except a couple of rocks. So we can rent the rock roller. Oh gosh, so many things. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. He did good. He blazed through those. We have 63K this morning already, so our production's working really nice. Tia, you don't have to do that anymore. See what I mean? It retrained your brain to get out and unhook things. Alright, we're gonna do something that's not allowed in FSN, mostly because we don't have a flatbed and we won't have any pallets at all. Now we could make like quite a bit more money if we hauled the pallets ourselves into town, but I have everything directly selling right now because I don't want to mess with that. Not to get you off track with this game, but Valheim has a new update. I saw the update happen, but I didn't actually read the notes because I figured if I read the notes I'd want to jump on it. So I kind of tempered myself. Yeah, this is only day 2. Like I said, we have everything set up for how we want to do production later. Everything's in its place. Don't spoil it. No, please do. Tell me what you're excited about. Because I'll be reading the notes eventually soon anyway. Yeah, we have our greenhouses over here doing the strawberries because it doesn't sell strawberries. It doesn't sell sugar. The production. Ooh, hi. You want to just knock that over? This is why we can have nice things, guys. Just throw it in there. Actually, that's gonna be bad because it's upside down. I feel like mistakes were made. New mobs, new gear. Oh, nice. Let's go see, because I have a weird feeling. We're gonna try this. Alright. Well, I figured we'd try anyway. Alright, let's get these eggs over to the bakery real quick. And then, yeah, looks like we're gonna have to buy a pallet thingy. Hi, chickens. Thank you for the eggs. I made everything minimalist. Like, literally minimalist. Because we have to pick up the eggs, pivot, and then when we're at the bakery. Like I said, everything was carefully planned. I had a little sketch layout ready in case I got chosen for one of the 6 slots. And yeah. By the way, as you see my expert handling of the forklift, it's mostly because I've had to manage sheep and a spinnery over on FSN. So I've gotten much more used to using these than I was previously. Alright. Eggs on that one, eggs on this one. Okay, it'll fit another one. Have a good day, Brian. Thank you. I think we'll get, once we have more money, I think we'll get some Fent Black Beauties in here. they have 300 and something. They have decent horsepower for what we're needing for basic use. So I want 2 of those on the farm, and then, oh yeah, this was me trying to figure out where the grain went last night. It was super, okay, in my defense, what had happened was, it was super dark outside, and I saw this, and it wouldn't trigger for me to dump the grain, so I said dump anyway, and of course it does. And then I had my flashlight out because I saw it made a little lump on the ground, and then I went over here and it said food trigger. So if you back up over here and not here, you'll be able to trigger it. It's really funny. Get your bank load. Oh, yeah, we found out about the bank loan last night, and I was like, no, because I didn't know about it. And I'd already kind of allocated all of our money to where it needed to go. And yeah, so I was like, no, it's all gone. But yeah, we're already operating in the green here. But no, I still have 100,000 on the bank loan to go, because that would have been the first thing we did, was pay the bank loan back. And we might actually have to take out a loan to get everything planted and situated how it needs to be. I gotta find somebody that is running cattle and maybe try to purchase milk off of them at a discount. Still, like, enough for them to get the shop money from it, but keep us stocked. You're like, Tia, this looks like the laziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yes, it is. It is. Super hopped on for a second. I didn't even see him. I already said howdy. Like I said, I like minimalist stuff. I don't like to use the forklift to drag this around 6 million places. Beautiful. Now, one of the new features they did add was for placement. You can actually hit V and things will be closer to where they're not allowed to be. So as you can see, we put our charging station over here. I'm gonna back this guy up. And he sits right here all day and charges. And that's nice corner out of the way of traffic. I think of myself as a farmer. Yeah, like I said, this is everything we need for production that we're gonna do, period. I didn't know this, but apparently, I don't know if I can find it or not. Let me look. Furniture pallet, 38%. If these are 50% or less, then I'll buy them because they're about 120% over market value. So if I can get them at 50%, I can sell them. Look at this guy. We're going to need it, but we don't need it right now. Right, meow. But yeah, anything under -50 I'll buy and then sell it on the highest day. I did that with clothing yesterday. I made a little $2,000 profit in about an hour. Oh, alright, let's get this cake delivered. It's an upside down cake. It's a strawberry upside down cake instead of pineapple. Everything's lined up and good to go. Like I said, if we can get these 3 through here, I think we'll be really set on everything we need to do. Because I don't feel like expanding very big. Just enough to cover everything. If you look at this, though, this kind of cracks me up. Oh, I'm not the poorest. Last night I was definitely the poorest person. But it looks like everybody else actually did stuff, so that's actually pretty awesome. Cobra hasn't been on yet, so there's that. Super's going. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. This is Bud's place over here. So he got his first crop planted. Very nice. You bought your hamster a new hamster wheel last week, and now it just sits there watching the TV. Somehow the cake flipped over to normal side, so we might actually just be able to sell this without any shenanigans. We can't afford anything yet, so we're just gonna rent, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. Sell some cake. Now, there is a mod that will allow us to have a place that looks exactly like this on the bottom, that little square with the sell thing, and it will allow us to place sell points at our farm so we don't have to drive all the way up here. The problem with that being that I'm worried I'll have something in my inventory and then roll over it by accident. So yeah, but because they have those, I was thinking. So here's my little tiny trailer. So here's things that you can buy at the farm shop. Wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, grapes, olives, sunflower seeds, soy, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, seeds, total mix ration, forage, chaff, wood chips, silage, grass, hay, straw, snow, lime, pig food, stone, mineral feed, manure, solid fertilizer. So that's your stuff. I'm gonna go over here. Hold on. Let's look at our production again. We need more flour and more sugar. Okay. So sugar beets. We're gonna get 4,000 of this. There we go. Yeah, this trailer holds 82,000. It's one of the mods that they added. I'm actually pretty grateful for it. It looks pretty awesome. More sugar beets in there. Deuce is super thrilled because they're doing like a sugar beets processor as one of the mods that they added in. He's pretty tickled pink about that one. Me, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. So we'll put this in our sugar factory and have it produce some more sugar. And then, how are we on milk? We're going to do good. We're good on milk there. We're good on butter. All right, so we're good on milk and butter. So it's just sugar and flour were the only two detriments. I'm glad Bud's here because this lets me know where I need to turn. You might recognize that spot as one of the places we had last playthrough. Deuce made all these little roads through here. Let me crack up a little bit. Look at them. I got some big places plowed up. Very nice. But yeah, until I saw that production pack, I had like a contingency plan, a different plan to do. And then when I saw they added the production pack in, I'm like, well, if you are allowing us to buy things that have been processed or can be processed, then snag. And as our expenses decrease when we actually do all the farming ourselves, this will be pretty nice. To the sugar. We are switching between oats and barley, because barley for some reason is cheaper than everything, because I guess you get more of it. But 30, 23, 4 of 5, 15 to 19, 15 to 16. Sorghum's not bad then. No, but barley does it the fastest. We'll just put it that way. Or maybe it doesn't. I don't even know, man. Alright, let's go get some more grain. Oh god, hi! Yes, I lined up drop-off production pretty... I like my efficiency, thank you. But yeah, if we can get a few of these situated, hopefully we won't have to take out a loan to buy the property, because there's supposed to be bidding wars and all kinds of other stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want to go, I want these things, and I'll leave all your guys' stuff alone. I think that's fair. Barley gives more sugar. Yeah, barley gives, or in 20, barley gives more yield than the rest of them. But it's the second longest crop. Sorghum's the easiest thing to do for grain because it's no extra stuff. Oats are also excellent because they don't produce as much grain, but they produce more flour per grain. So I think everything's pretty much balanced out. Oh, Celtic, all you have to do is find the server that you guys are doing. Or find the OutHouse server. And then it has like a little circle with the exclamation point up in the icons right next to it. And you, it'll say details on the bottom. And you click details, and then you can hit download all mods. That way you don't have to do any thinking or sorting or anything like that. And then you just wait for all the mods to download, and then you can jump right in. Oop, hi. Alright, 5,000 money's worth of grain. And I can slow down on that, but like I said, if you want to find the server first, there's a circle, and you click this little circle with the exclamation point, and then at the bottom it'll say details, and you click details. Let me see. 1 second. The oats. Oh wow, there goes my money. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me see here. So Discord, OutHouse, MP info. Yeah, the FS22 MP info is where all the information is for that. And sometimes there is a thing called ghosting on FS22 and 19 where sometimes the server just doesn't show up for a minute. Or it'll pop in for a minute and pop back out. That's happened to me quite a bit of times. So we could have got a lot more barley, but the oats process more for less. Hi, Rosie. Didn't I miss you? Where did you go? I think I said hi, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, sometimes I just type in OutHouse and just let it sit there for a minute, and then sometimes it shows up. And it's not a quick thing. It actually took like a minute and a half when we were playing on the other map. It's very weird. But it's a ghosting thing, and it has been around since 19. Oh, hey, we don't have seasons on, which means we can actually plant whatever we want. We can plant whatever we want. Alright, yeah, we'll probably have to take out a little bit of a loan to get this situated today. I do not like that at all. But I wanted us to get set up for success yesterday, so I got everything we needed instead of just buying it as we went. Hi, Mike. Good morning. 13 months. Nice. You're right behind Quimby. He's at 17 months is what I think it is. Alright, so here's the grain mill. We're going to dump it in here, and it will make us some lovely, lovely flour. It won't make us flour yet. We actually have to go in here and go oats. Activate. 20,000 oats should get us... Well, I don't maths, but if I mathed... Oh, wow, that's a lot of oats. What? That can't be right. Holy smokes. Well, we'll take it. Just walk away, Tia. Just walk away. Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. Alright, let me look. Items. Oats. Alright, yeah, okay, so that's the right number. And I really wish we could actually buy from other people, but it doesn't let us. Somebody in this chat got a new job. Mike? Like good or bad? Is this good or bad? I need to know how I'm supposed to be reacting. I hope it's good. I hope it's that you got your promotion thing. An actual senior position like you deserved. Or did you find another spot? But yes, super congrats on that, man. Oh no, outside the university? That's okay though. 60% pay increase is a big deal. Congratulations though, man. I'm really happy for you. And it's a fresh start with new people. So you get to do what you need to do. But yeah, dude, congrats on that. I'm really happy for you. It's an entry-level position. I know. No, that's what I was saying. Is like, it just crushed my soul a little bit because I'm like, what they pay and what they don't pay. I had a new job until one day I got fired. For one day. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. My question is, did you punch anybody? 'Cause sorry, I had to joke like that because that's like my brother. My youngest brother. Hold on a second. sorry about that. The, remember it snowed / sleeted for 2 days, so my installation for my door got canceled, even though the stuff was here. And then the guy just called back and said he can be here Friday instead of late March, which is great. Ask the customer if they wanted the smoking or non-smoking package. Funeral or cremation. Alright. We're tending the fields. We got some more stuff in there, so it's making bread for us. Or making flour, which will go to the bakery. And do bakery things. I am going to turn the bread off for right now. Just because... Oh, bread is off. Okay, bread's off that one, bread's off that one. So we're only doing cake. So flour's coming in. Sugar's coming in. Did we turn on sugar? We did not. Sugar beet. Activate. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I got distracted. Reading Mike's stuff. I was like, wait, what? What am I doing to you? Alright, we're picking the grass up and putting it in the fermenting silo. Is what we're doing. And then we will get the fields done today. And Celtic, I'm sorry I'm not around to help you a little bit more. I'm getting the priest. Let them eat cake. That's what I said. It's like, everybody can have cake. And the stuff we buy pre-processed actually is at market price. So we're not losing anything, we're just not gaining the extra it would take for us to have this on our own, to have our stuff situated. So like I said, this top field's gonna be excuse me, grass, and then this bottom field's gonna be grain. This is a small field compared to my normal fields, but we only have so much land right now. But yeah, we were super blessed with this flat spot through here. Very, very happy with that. I think it's pretty good. Pretty dang good start. Yes, and this is only day 2, so we're pretty much set up for making some monies. And like I said, if we got more people helping and that actually wanted to help with the pallets and stuff like that, because that's like my thing that I dread and I hate doing. And I don't store stuff as far as like trying to sell it at the perfect time. I just process and go. That way we can add more stuff to process and go. It is a little less cost efficient, but it's more of a steady income thing. But we don't have pallets on the server hoarding up space. But I gotta figure out where we want to put our sell points, that way there's no whoopses. Because God knows I'd whoopses stuff. We might put it on the far side of the sawmill, that way there's no mistakes driving that way. Although technically we could put them on this side of the greenhouses. It just feels weird. Yep. It holds 50,000. This is unmodded, by the way. This is just a regular thing that's in base game. Holds 50,000 straw, hay, or silage. Or, sorry. Yeah, it does hold silage, though. Straw, hay, silage, and grass. It might hold other things, too. I don't know, actually. But we could add silage and it'll make the grouse multiply a little bit as we pick it up, but we're kind of not enough money for that yet. But we will have it eventually. Yeah, we might put the sell points behind the chicken pen. I don't like that. I don't like that idea. Guess we could put it over here to the side, but I'm still worried when we drive something across it, it's gonna do stuff. Morning, Mir. Yeah, no GPS because this is cross-play. Makes me a little bit of a sad panda, but it should be good. The funny part is I kind of want to make another field right here. We might just make another field right here. I don't know yet. But the grass is going to be a really nice way for us to make some income. Because it's converted over to silage. Aw, thank you. I'll definitely get a drink. Very carefully. Very carefully. Because when I first started, I definitely didn't have GPS. And then, it was something I found and started learning on, which is really awesome. It took me about 2 weeks to get really decent at GPS. Haven't farmed at all. That's okay. That's okay. Hi, chickens. Yeah, I think we're probably gonna need some dairy stuff. And if he's setting up a biogas, he might actually already have some farm stuff. So I might talk to Bud about buying milk from him. I'll do the average price per year, so not the high and not the low. And that's pretty decently fair. Gonna restart with only the No Man's Land mod. Nice. I ended up making the mod folder, and then I renamed it to mods, and then FSN, and then made a new mod folder for this one. It has cattle, and they have beef cattle, as well as dairy cattle, that you raise to butcher, or raise to sell fattened, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think behind the chicken pens is going to be the safest sell point. Also, there are 2 water towers you can place in the game for this game. And this one, you come over here and you hold your mouse and it opens. And the water you get from this one is free. The water you get from the other water tower will cost you monies. Alright, we have 42,000 grass. So let's bring her over here. If we were keeping it for sheep, we'd put it in the white one right here. But we're not. We are doing... Oh, hi. We're doing silage. So we're going to drop it right in here. That will net us a little bit of money over time. Like I said, we could hoard it and then sell it when the price is really high, but I'm fine with slow and steady. Yes, a fermenting silo by Omatana. It is beautiful and amazing, and it does everything that I wanted it to. T is still not good at this backing up thing. Drive around 5 million times. Pretend like I know what I'm doing. Yeah, greenhouse I'm always going to direct sell. We do lose 40% of profit is what they keep saying. And then somebody did another analysis and it was only 10%. So I don't know who's right and who's wrong on that. But yeah, if we had pallets, we'd be making a lot more money. But I don't keen to that. I don't like that. Alright, let's check the cake. Coming along nicely. It'll convert 1,000 stuff per hour, or twice an hour, looks like. 120, 60. Dude, I don't know. It's math. You jackknife all the time. That's why we pick certain trailers, is because there's one that will jackknife. The class doesn't jackknife very badly, and neither does this guy here. And that little guy right there. But there are ones with the little attacher that's badness. Alright, so we're gonna plow up some more field. I think we're gonna do a third field that's grain down here, because it's flat enough to run a thing through. Tia, you don't have to get out no more. It's safe. This is a safe space. Alright, X. V. Y. There we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I think it's gonna crybaby at me up here, but we'll do what we can. I'm gonna laugh if it lets me plow through this. It did. Sorry, I shouldn't find that as amusing as I do. This is why I like the lizard plow so much. It's just beautiful. You can get a smaller one that's 6 meters. I think this one's 9 meters. It does have a lower horsepower, because there are some giant ones that cover about this much ground, and they take like freaking 600 horsepower. It's stupid. But this one's nice, and it can plow both ways. If you do have a NPC driver on this, then it will it makes you have the prongs go forward. So if it's in the front, the prongs have to go forward. If it's in the back, the prongs have to go forward. But if you're just driving yourself, it doesn't matter which way they're facing. We will have to get these rocks out of here, because rocks are bad. They're only mostly yellows, so that's actually really good for us. Versus the reds and other stuff like that. A little bit. Mike, do you have to do any commuting? There we go. Beautiful. It's in Stillwater. Very nice. Yeah, when I got back from overseas and I was looking for a job, I had a spreadsheet, of course, I had a spreadsheet, that showed me if I commuted, here's how much I would have to cover all the things. And then if I was local, this is how much I would have to all the things. And then what would be considered a working for food job, basically. Like, enough to cover bills and stuff. And then what would cover, like, fun monies. And stuff like that, so I was a little bit detailed on things. Okay, there we go. That's about as close as you guys can get. I might go ahead and kill this little thing though. Landscaping, painting, this one. Round V. There we go. It's like artwork on the groundwork. Yep, that's the best way to do it. That way you kind of know, because it's not just like the same pay you get in the town you live is good enough for when you have to travel for fragging ridiculous amount of hours. It's way different. Some people like traveling though, as far as like, oh man, you didn't hit round. My bad. I'm not one of them though. I like to be home every night. That did not work. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna square it. No complaints. I have to scoot over just a little bit. This is too close. I'm sorry, what did I just say? I just said it was too close. You just didn't listen to me. Alright. Try it again. Landscape. Painting. Grass. V for round. And That's why we use round. There we go. Perfect. Alright, we got 3 fields in. They all look like they're smushed together. I'm halfway tempted to connect everything and just go for it, but I want stuff separated. But the map's not actually recognizing that, which is bad. Because if the map doesn't recognize it, then the NPCs won't either. Man, you're just raining on my parade today. All my straight lines and curves for nothing. Alright, let's just plow it all and then lime it all and do all the things you're supposed to do. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. And then lower. Yeah, looks like a plow's width. We're back up to 50,000. Nice. Well, I'm glad they did. It's like, it makes me laugh a little bit. It's like people pretty much have to retire there to get the next spot up. Hi, Super. Which is normal. Doom da doom doom. Doom da doom doom doom. There we go. Welcome back. Well, I'm glad for you. That's a really nice pay increase, and yeah, new excitement to do new and different things. Opportunity. Very nice, yes. Are you taking all your leave from OSU before you switch over? Okay, leave it alone, Tia. Leave it alone. X, there we go. You're on leave now? Nice! Exactly. Well, I'm happy for you. It'll be a nice way to learn some new things and meet some new people and do some stuff. It's asking, yeah, rocks at the debris crusher. I never pay attention to that one because it makes me a little bit salty and makes me cry a little bit. Oh, we've missed a spot. Dang it. Because rocks are like on the penny at the debris crusher. It's not worth our time. For the time put in picking up the rocks through the tool. Excuse me, chickens. Allow crate fields. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite plow. It's just simple and clean. I have no idea why it's not in the base game. Oh yeah, we actually have a thing over here, don't we? Tia, you already set this up last night. Good job, Pastia. Alright, let's go ahead and refuel. Also grab the washer. I do need to get more tractors, so when people actually do come to help, I actually have tractors for them. We don't have that yet. Yeah, it's just for fun. The, it doesn't actually do anything. You have to go into the repair shop. Guess I have to be closer. Why do I gotta be closer? I'm hearing clicking, I just don't know why. Okay, there we go. $8,009. I'll take $9. I feel like the repair cost in this game is not like the repair cost in repair. Like, that field would have chunked down this thing in 5 seconds. I don't know what's going on. I'm super pleased. I'm so happy about it, but I don't know what's going on. Because usually we have like $50 billion worth of repairs about now. T, you don't have to get out anymore. One of these days, I'll remember that. Okay, so grass is in the silage. We have that field plowed. We need a roller. We aren't getting the big one, we're getting the little one. Basically because the big one sometimes won't go over hills very well. And then you have to backtrack like 5 million times. You can't repaint those. I know. I think I should be able to buy my own things. Hi, DJ. Welcome. We're just hanging out today. Let's see here. I need rollers. Rollers. The little guy. We can actually afford to purchase this one too. But we're not going to. We're just renting today. Lease for $2,000. On our way, good sir. Welcome, welcome. Mondays and I just got this game, only 98% downloading, and it's different from. Is it different from? I am new to the Farm Simulator franchise. So FS22 is the only FS game I've played. I do hear things from people coming from 19 to 22 that things are a little different. Aw, thank you for the sub, DJ. I appreciate it. Or anonymous gifter. Thank you. Indy, you're lurking. No, joking. I try not to call people out when they're lurking. It's cool. But yes, thank you guys. I appreciate it very much. But yeah, I have 800 and something hours in Farm Sim 22 now. So it's very fun and very, very interesting. I like the production chains because it gives you something like more towards a focus to drive towards. Although if all you want to do is plant crops and sell them, or make silage and sell silage, or raise animals and do that stuff, I mean, it has quite a few things to do in it, which is really great. Repeat playability for sure. This is my second time on No Man's Land, but this is with the OutHouse Community. They're pretty cool. It's got a good group of people. Tia, you don't have to get out to hook the trailers on anymore. I'm not going to be able to remember that. I'm going to be like, and hook the trailer. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and drop the sell points over by my house. I don't like it, but I think it's going to probably be necessary. Drink some more coffee. I think it'll probably have some similarity. Some similarities to Farm Sim 19. I just couldn't tell you which ones. But I do like No Man's Land because it's nice and open. And if I can get a couple spots like this, I won't have to worry about fields and stuff like that. So, like I said, we're aiming for, because they'll be doing biddings, 33 through 35, and then 45 and 44. That's it. That's all I want right here. And then all this other stuff, everybody else can have. Bud's got it good because he's not going to have very much competition for going this way. So he should be okay. Beautiful flat ground. It's my favorite. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, thank you, Brian. Yeah, you can turn seasons off or on. Yeah. We're gonna go up top before we start fighting this roller. Yeah. And V. Drop the roller. So what we're doing is these little yellow specks. Let's take lime out. Let's take fertilizer out. Yeah, so we're gonna be getting rid of all these yellow spots. There we go. So what rocks do is wreck your equipment harder, which is why you want to get rid of them as soon as you can out of the field. And the community has weeds turned off, so now we can cultivate all day long without having to worry about weeds popping up. I usually, on FSN, I always plow, that way I don't have to worry about weeds. Gotta love the texture change. I like it. So yellow is the small rocks and they can be squished down with the roller. Orange and red rocks, you have to, are big rocks, medium and big rocks. And you have to have a rock picker to get those, which we don't have very many. I think we have one there, and then 3 here, and 1 there for orange rocks, maybe 1 there. So we don't have very many. So you have the option of leaving those in, and they will damage your equipment, but it's only a couple of them. Or, which what we'll probably do, we'll go get a rock picker. And I do believe the money is on medium economy, so it's not on hard economy and it's not on easy economy, it's on medium. So we got our price ranges in. This is the only bad part about not having GPS, is sometimes the work will overlap like this because it just is. It just does. I bet you we could put grain on this field if we wanted to, but I know it's going to be more productive if we do grass. I know this. This is another reason we picked this particular tractor, is it won't cry near as hard as some of the other ones will going up hills and stuff like that. I think that's one of the orange ones. Yep, that's why we can't get it. And we also picked the smaller roller because it won't freak out on hills like this. If we had the big roller, it would be curving down and trying to slide with the gravity right now. Also dragging our trailer behind it, screaming. So sometimes smaller is better for more difficult terrain. Good old coffees. I'm like, that side's, it looks straight, but it's not straight, and somehow we end up getting halfsies. It's totally fine. That's not a bad starter field, I guess. We're gonna put grass in here. I'm gonna have to resist the urge to do grain on our first farm. We're just gonna have to resist it. It's gonna be grass, which will be simple enough for upkeep. Yeah, we're just gonna do all grass. Simple upkeep, good income output. And we already have the equipment for grass, so we don't have to buy a harvester and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, is that an orange one? Nope, that's a yellow one. This is where we can have nice things, Tia. Oh no, I've got the chickens are good. The chickens are covered. All right, Tia, you're gonna have to make some room up here because you can't just keep missing these little ones. So Brian, I was thinking we'll get 2 more Fint Black Beauties. I say 2 more like we have one, but 2 more Max Engine Black Beauties I think will do more than great for our farm. Because you like Fints, and I want to add those guys into our fleet of 1. I like Fint too, so. And it's got roughly the same power as my Adar. Yeah, exactly. It's a cool name. Exactly. I usually get a John Deere 8R because I like the horsepower on it, but I found out that the Black Beauty has like 5 less horsepower and it's cheaper. So we'll probably be doing that. Yeah, I don't know what they did to make the repairs and damage on this not so horrible, but whatever they did, it's amazing. I love it. I wish FSN had it like this. Or maybe I was playing No Man's Land on really bad settings. I don't know. Whatever it is, I like it. Yeah, if you want to do that. Yeah, it's on medium. Oh, maybe the fact that it's on medium economy, maybe the damage isn't so bad. That's a good point. That's a good point. Because I haven't played on medium. I've only played on easy and hard. Let's more light in. There's a medium stone right there, which is why the roller can't get it. We actually got pretty lucky. This is not near as many rocks as there can be sometimes. Rocks can be like, this whole field could be covered in red. It's brutal. Yes, please. $67,000 monies. Nice. Thank you. We don't have a house yet, because I didn't want one. I think the only like future expansion stuff is the cattle, maybe later. I don't know yet though. I know I was thinking about seeing if we can raid something with Bud to buy milk from him, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet. The more stuff we do ourselves, the more profit we have. We slept in the tractor last night, as you could see. Alright, let's check our production buildings real quick. Alright, we're out of grass and silage because it processed it all. Deactivate. Cake, flour, and sugar got added, so everything's in the green. We're not doing bread at the moment. Sugar beets is almost out, so I'll keep an eye on that. Oats. This is wrong. This is super, super wrong. I don't know what's going on here. But if you look at this side, you can see that wheat or oats says 9,600. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna ignore it. It'll fix itself eventually. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me, coming through. Yeah, we got all of it. Nice. That poor tree guy's like, you're such a brat. No, you're good, man. I appreciate the help. Poor Celtic's trying to get in. I feel bad because I can't sit down and help her, but yeah, it's a bit of a pain. Like I said, if she sees the server eventually, she'll be able to click that little circle exclamation point and download the mods from the details at the bottom, and then be able to get in. But it'll take a few seconds to get those mods downloaded, because even with my 1 gig connection, it took a little while. I mean, a little while for me is like 5 minutes, but I keep checking sales, even though we don't need anything. Furniture pallet still. Like I said, if it's under 50%, we would purchase it, but not anything less than that. $400 for leasing the thing. I know, because we're right at an hour with it. I understand. I know. I wish I could help her. But I did take your guys' advice and make 2 different folders for the FSN and for this server for mods. That way I don't have to freak out when I'm trying to do stuff. Yeah, like I said, as soon as you can see the server, like if you're trying to connect to it, as soon as you can see the server, let me know. But if you go to Deuce's channel, he has a list of mods right there. I just cut and pasted them and Googled them to see what they were. And then to download them, I found the server and then clicked the little circle with the exclamation point in it. It's up by the lock and the other thing. I don't know what the other thing was. And then you click details at the bottom. Yeah, Deuce's Discord channel has it. It's called you might have to assign yourself a role on Deuce's Discord to see the MP farm chat. Yeah, the mods are listed in details under the server, and you can download it directly from the page. Okay, so you did add the role? Okay, good deal. Never give yourself a job. Yeah, you have to hit roll. That way you can see the FSN stuff. I assigned you and do nice. There you go. Thank you, Brian. This will be nice. Have a few people working the farm. Like I said, if we actually do have a couple people come in to help work the farm, I'll go ahead and put the sell points back here, which will allow pallets to be. We'll allow pallets in for sell points. which is only the bakery at this point. And the chickens, the eggs are soon going to fill up in the bakery, so we'll have to sell the chicken eggs. Let's look at this. Alright, so we only have a couple of rocks. Not bad, not bad at all. Yeah, I know how frustrating it can be, like, because you're like, there's something I'm missing, and then everybody's talking like you're past that point already. That's why I kind of like to do tutorials and stuff like that, is because I try not to assume that everybody is exactly where they're supposed to be. It's like, if you're brand new and starting, because I've read some, watched some tutorials and read some tutorials, and they kind of assume you already know things, and that always, like, murders me. Man, okay, so this roller has not had any skips this entire field, so we might actually be pretty good. This mower, the mower is going to be working just fine on this field. I'm pretty pleased with this. This will be pretty sweet. Is that a medium rock? Nope, it's a little rock. Do you? Yeah, so Friday's stream may or may not be cancelled. Just because, which is going to be Medieval Dynasty. Just because the guy's coming in to do construction on the back door, which is conveniently located in the kitchen. Hi, DSN. Welcome, welcome. We're just hanging out a little bit today, getting some of these fields situated. Yeah, we're gonna put grass back here as our staple income maker. I feel like we probably should have just bought this roller. But yeah, my initial plan was less grand than this. But since they added the all production pallets mod in, I was like, well, game on. But initially all we were gonna do was grassland until we had a nice income coming in, and then add in some crops and some animals and stuff. So I had a much simpler plan, and then my contingency plan was this. And then, yeah, so now we have all this. Yep, only day 2. We played a little while yesterday. It was pretty fun, getting stuff set up and everything lined up. I like it. And everything's flat. It's beautiful. So pretty. Actually those are medium rocks and cannot be rolled. So we'll have to get a rock picker to get those, sadly. Yeah, the yellow ones are the small rocks, so they can be rolled under. Yeah, thank you, because I always double check to make sure I didn't miss any yellows. Yep, call them mellow yellow. Normally you would be right, I usually miss things. It's beautiful. Yeah, so we'll... Oh no, you're good, you're good. I'm more than happy. More than happy for the help. I'd run off without my head if it wasn't attached, most of the time. Alright, so we're gonna have to lime. And the small rock picker. We will buy the cheapest one because there's only like 6 or 7 rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Only 7 rocks on the field that we can't use with this. And the cool thing about this server is it does restart once a day, like super early in the morning. So any glitches and stuff like that are usually corrected by the next day. Like on my FSN farm, I deleted a fence, but it had an invisible fence. So when I was plowing and trying to get everything situated yesterday, it didn't quite work. Because that invisible fence was right there, so I made a little teeny tiny flower patch to let me know that if you run over this, you're gonna flip your tractor. And then this morning when I logged in, there's sure as heck standing there a fence. So I deleted the fence and she's good to go now. So I like having normal restarts at least once a day. That way, the glitches and stuff can be addressed. Man, this place is gorgeous. I like it. I like No Man's Land as a map. It's one of my favorites. Although it is, to be fair, the very first modded map that I played. Played it for a few months. It was really fun. Did a lot of stuff. Got pretty big. Yeah, I'm not used to having people come in to help a lot, so just trying to make sure everybody isn't time crunched with me trying to expand like a crazy person. So like I said, I think 5 fields is more than enough. So 32 is where we live. Oh goodness, that's nice and covered now. 33, 34, and 35 are ones that I want to purchase. And then 45 and 44. So that's 5 spots out of 60 spots. That's about it. That'll be way more than enough for what we're trying to do. And until the end of the game, this will probably be a grass field. 1, because it's really close to the silo. And 2, because no matter what we're doing, we're probably going to have silage or grass later. Hi, Ethan. Welcome, welcome. Sitting here, getting this field all ready. Yeah, Wednesday is going to be FS22. On Monday and Friday, I usually stream Medieval Dynasty. And then I might be streaming some over on YouTube as well. But YouTube is kind of a fickle thing for me right now as far as streaming. I do try to post the videos over there though, because Twitch doesn't keep the videos. So I do try to post them over there. But yeah. Nice and calm morning, drinking some coffee, working some fields. It's a perfect day. Well, as perfect as it gets, rather. Oh, I was like, geez, what happened to our field? That's not ours. This is ours. Okay, that makes more sense. I freaked out for a minute, okay? Ah. I was like, what happened to our beautiful fields? Hey, no, you gotta... Yeah, you gotta pay the bills, man. I completely understand. There's our 3 right there. Miscellaneous medium rocks. Boop, boop, boop. That's really actually pretty sweet with this less of rocks in a field like this. This size, only 7 rocks that we have to get. That's amazing. Over on the FSN network, I do have to harvest a lot of grass today. So we'll be doing our normal 2 to 3 hour stream here, playing some No Man's Land. And then I'll have to hop over there and get all that stuff situated before winter time, because they're on seasons over there. So it's a little bit more time sensitive than over here. Yeah, there's no withered crops. So as far as forcing people into a time structure, I think Deuce and them set this server up pretty nicely. Where it's not going to be super time intensive to people that can't play for 17 hours a day, like somebody I know. It was me. Alright. There's this. Now you guys are like, Tia, take that back to the shop. And I'm going to say I can't because we actually need it after we seed. That's right. You have to roll after you seed. Otherwise, that stupid thing never goes away. Ever. Hi, my name is Tia. Oh yeah, automatic. One of these days, guys. Probably not anytime soon. Alright. And rent. Stone rollers. Hold on a second. Stones are in a weird spot, so it takes me a minute to find them. Stone pickers. We are getting the teeny tiniest guy. This is not, if I was purchasing, this would not be my choice. This one would be my choice if we were purchasing. We are not purchasing, we are leasing to get 7 rocks out of our field. Yay! Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. I was like, I was streaming, so I couldn't actually help. On the road again. Burr, 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 burr. Yeah, this is a community server. It's a Deuce MS community server. Very slow. That's okay, we'll be here for months. No rush. Nice. Good job, Brain. I'm really glad that Bud's there, because that lets me know I need to turn. I think they said 3 months? I want to say 3 months, but I'm not 100% sure. Hi, Sammy! Oh, Tia, you don't have to get out anymore ever again. Yeah, I think it's a 3-month contest. I don't even know when the first auctions are. And like I said, I keep showing you guys which ones we want. That way, if they pop up on auction, then you guys let me know. Oh, I missed a yellow. Dang you. Yeah, 33, 34, 35, 45, 44. These four, this one. But yeah, if any of those show up on auction, then we'll be bidding on them. Because we need them. Everything else, like this nice one down here. Boo, boo, boo. You can actually cut a little trail through the forest right here, and there's a back entrance over here, right by the animal dealer. Don't know if you know that. Hope you're having a good evening, Sammy. Or afternoon, or morning, depending on where you're at. Disconnected while traveling. Yeah, I think they added more honey palette options in here too. Yep. Brian, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate the alert too. Celtic, you guys saw my first stream, and that didn't even have mods in it, okay? That was so painful. But yeah, there's a nice learning curve in this if you've never played it before. Yeah, but it's fun. It's really fun. I probably spend way too many hours in here. We have to get this rock now that it's here. It's gonna drive me crazy. Here, rock. Aha, there you are. Alright, X to unfold. B to lower. B to start. Now we have to figure out how to do this sideways. Oh, we got it! First try. Very nice. Alright, let's figure out where these other rocks are. Here, rocks. There's one there. Be very quiet, we're rock hunting. Okay. Now I need that one, and those three. And since it would not be worth the gas to even drive down there to turn this in, we are gonna just give it back as soon as we're done. Alright. Oh, there it is. Hello. Thanks for the follow, Sammy. Alright. I can sense that there's rocks around here, somewhere. But where could they be? No, joking. We got them here. Ruben found 1, 2, 3. Alright, no more rocks. Rocksless. Alright, we're gonna move away. Hit P for Papa, which is purchase. Key is the lease. And select return. Worth it, not worth it. It's worth it because it soothes my mind that we don't have rocks in the field. It's kind of not worth it because it's expensive. Alright. So we have two small conundrums at the moment. Them being, I really like a certain fertilizer spreader, and we also need lime. So I think we're going to purchase the fertilizer spreader we need, and then the lime one, I think, yeah. Alright, let me look. We have to take care of lime first. Alright, so this one is my favorite by far. 42-meter spread. It don't joke around. It gets business done. And it's only $25K, so we're going to just outright purchase it. It's my favorite. Now, the second one, we're going to lease, because for a grass field, you only ever need to lime one time. Actually, let me check the settings. Can we check the settings? Obviously, lime is on because we seed lime. And the fertilizer spreaders are kind of harsh because they can only do 12 to 18 meters, which is sad pandas for everybody. Okay. I don't know how much lime is going to use. Lease. Actually, let's go ahead and let's go smaller. It's fine. Lease. Oh, it looks like exactly the same, so no. And away we go. On the road again. Burr, 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 burr. That'll be nice to have a little bit more land to stretch out on. I might leave that spot bare up there just because we already have stuff in, or wait until we have more money to do this again. But yeah, we'll probably make the rest of that up there grass field once everything's done. I got some rain coming in. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Do not knock it over, Tia. That's my biggest problem, is I just rambunctiously knock things over. Some of you guys are like, Tia, what are you doing? It's fine, I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Goodbye, money. Excuse me while I knock this over, because that's my job. We need lime. Goodbye, money. Goodbye, money. Yeah. Alright, that should be more than enough to do what we need to do. Yeah, that's how I carry this around a lot, because I have, like, I'm usually mowing, so I'll grab the baler on the back and this on the front. But now with the Omatana silage, I don't even have to bale, which is going to be great. Like I said, you would get more money if you wait till a certain time of the year to sell stuff. But, I don't want to. Like I said, if we get 2 or 3 people in on our farm, we'll go ahead and turn the pallets on for production, as far as not moving them to distribute, but to sell. So if it pops out a pallet and the places are full, then it gets sold. But for me personally, I hate pallets. See, look, he's already got his grass field. Is it a grass field? Let's be nosy. Nosy neighbors. Needs lime. Bud, it needs lime, and it's grass. We don't mulch, by the way, or roll. Rolling is a way to get your grass fertilized with only buying a utensil, because you saw how much fertilizer cost just then. 14K to fill this bad boy up. But to me it's worth it, because I enjoy the enjoy this little guy. Now I have started liking the big fertilizers that are liquid fertilizers, because you can put liquid fertilizer and herbicide in it, but there's no weeds in this game. It was to cut down on lag was the choice made, which I think was the right choice, because less lag is always good for everybody. Yeah, sadly it only kicks it out to 18 meters. I wish it did more. Turn this field into a donut. Sorry, chickens. Here's your lime. And the cool thing is we can add the extra swath in there for I'll get that in a minute. Nope, my brain's gone. I totally blanked on what we were gonna say. Hey Sammy, he might not be able to answer you because he is working, but yeah. Alright, that's what I was wondering. Scuse? Scuse? So it's Wednesday today, though, right? I'm like 90% sure. Yeah. Yeah, heads up on Friday's stream. We might actually have to cancel it, like I said, because you guys don't need to hear construction in my house. Oop. And that's what happens when you don't pay attention. Complacency. Just a little bit closer. Let me know if the game sounds are too loud for you guys too. I didn't realize I still had the volume up a little bit higher than I normally do. Always let me know if the sound settings are off. Getting sleepy? As you should. This game is relaxing. It calms the mind. And if you're fatigued, it makes you want to sleep. I sleep really good after a long day. Here lately, at least. Like I said, don't rush to get in today. We'll be playing on different times and different stuff, so. But we'll be streaming this on Wednesdays. And we are having frame rate issues today, so sorry if you guys are getting a little bit of lag or disconnect on that. It was really bad earlier. We actually dipped in and out. Yeah, there's a reason we got the big guy, is because basically we waste this line by accident. I keep saying it, but one of these days I will update those numbers. One of these days. It's a future Tia problem. I almost guesstimated it close enough, but not quite. Just a little bit closer, yeah. Do, 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 do. And returning. Powdered donut race. And this is why we can't have nice things. We're wasting a lot of lime. Mostly because I'm a terrible driver. But this 100% is the reason we bought the large lime, or rented the large lime one, because I knew I'd mess things up a little bit. Perfectly normal. Mirror, it used to, like, I could actively see it refunding the money that was in there. But the last couple patches, or the patch, whatever, I noticed that it doesn't anymore. Like, it's not noticeable. Yeah, if we have extra in here, that multi-fruit silo from Omatana will actually hold lime. So we can go over there and dump lime in the silo. That's why I wasn't scared to fill it up. That, and like I said, I'm mistake prone, so yeah. This is not going to be a very bad grass field at all. I'm pretty excited about this. Dang it to ya. Yeah. Well, at least to keep the cost down for stuff we're not going to use like every couple months. And for a grass field, you only need to ever lime one time. Unless you're expanding, and then of course you gotta lime again. For the expanded parts. But yeah, mostly it's fertilizer for grass. It's only like recurring expense. Dun, 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 dun. Since I'm assuming Quimby's not here, give me a second. Ban. Block. Block. 1 second. Here we go. No! Oh, yep, it's in the red. It's freaking out. Marco! Sorry, guys. There's a drop of frames. Blame the bot. As we should. As we should. Yeah, Deuce was hesitant to ban somebody yesterday because it looked like he got botted accounts. Because I guarantee you somebody that's been here 5 years and, you know, stuff like... Are we out? There we go. I was like, why is this not working? There we go. Whew. And we're out. Let's go get some more fertilizer. Or not fertilizer, lime. Lime, 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 lime. Yeah, Polo. I said that like 12 minutes ago. No, it's fine. Yeah, we're still in the red for frames dropping on the network side. So, sorry guys. At the other note, we are at 2 hours and 30 minutes, 15 minutes. So actually I got to spend a little time with you guys this time. So I know for sure next Wednesday is where we're going to be back with this particular thing, but we are going to be working on this farm still, even though we'll be offline. And then for those of you guys that want to join or have FS22 and want to play Deuce MS, you can find him over on YouTube or on Twitch. And he has a Discord with all the information. Yeah, slacking at my part-time job for my full-time job. That's acceptable. That's acceptable, Quimby. Well, since the frame rate seems to be dropping even more, I want to say thank you guys. I appreciate you. And we will be back for some more Medieval Dynasty Monday for sure. Maybe Friday, depending on when the guy is done or how soon he gets here, type of stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Take care, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.